Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another session with Pulaski County Fiscal Court. Certainly glad to see everyone out today. We're very thankful that weather has finally broke. First of all, I want to give a good big thanks to the road crew for the work they did the last 10 days, 9 days. We really had it tough. They put in numerous hours. We ran through, I know we had some complaints, but I know we ran through about a 1,000 ton of salt. A lot of people said we weren't salting roads, but we ran through. In fact, we went back to the salt depot and got more salt, but ran through about 1,000 ton the last week, and it just got into a big icy condition, which was really hard to break. But I just wanted to make public that we had a good work with the county road department. They were out many overtime hours. They done everything we asked them to do, just put in a lot of time, but it just got away from us because the temperature got so cold that ice seems not to work well when it gets so cold. But a public thank you to them. So as our custom, we're glad to see everyone here. We'll do a moment of silence, and then I'll ask Mike Strunk if he'll lead us in our pledge. But anyone have any concerns, prayers, thoughts that we need to publicly acknowledge?
I just want to also add our first responders that were out there.
They were, all of them.
Fighting the ice and snow to get to people who need it, and of course, I guess hazmat and rescue squad that was helping get nurses and stuff to the appointment, dialysis to their appointment and stuff like that. So it was a great effort by everybody.
Everyone concerned done a great job. You ever want to bow your head for about 30 seconds of silence? Thank you very much. If everyone will please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item of business would be to approve the minutes of January 9th fiscal court meeting. I think we have a copy in front of everyone.
Motion to approve.
Mr. Trunk makes a motion to approve. Do I have a second from Mr. Wilson? Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. First item of business in the new business section would be Woodstock Community Center Board appointment. I think you have a copy of that. They have recommended that we reappoint Andy Roberts to a 2-year term. It expires December 31st, 2025. Motion by Mr. Wilden and a second by Mr. Wilson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item of business is a homeless resolution. It's not necessarily just a homeless resolution. The city council took it up last night on some stuff that we think we need to get behind that's being pushed with the legislature in the state right now, writing some bills on this. So I think we have a copy of that in front of everyone, and I'm going to ask our county attorney, Martin Hatfield, to read it.
A resolution recognizing the need to address the Pulaski County homelessness issue. Be it hereby resolved by Fiscal Court of Pulaski County, Kentucky as follows. Whereas Pulaski County Fiscal Court hereby recognizes that there has been an increased influx of unhoused individuals in Pulaski County. There are numerous economic and societal reasons for this influx, including but not limited to area recovery programs, bringing clients into our state that are non-residents. We join with other local governments in Pulaski County in presenting a unified front to address this issue. Whereas Pulaski County Fiscal Court fully supports second chances, done correctly, area recovery and reentry programs can and do work for Kentuckians from all walks of life. No family is immune from the scourge of substance misuse disorders. It is a compassionate thing to do to take care of those who struggle daily with addiction. Whereas Pulaski County Fiscal Court hereby recognizes, without singling out any one of area recovery center or businesses, that our local homeless issues are being exacerbated by bringing in out-of-state clients, and once their insurance treatment funding is no longer available, not returning them to the communities from which they originated, thus leaving them unhoused here in the Lake Cumberland region. Therefore, Pulaski County Fiscal Court, in solidarity with other local governments within Pulaski County, hereby requests from our Frankfort delegation that legislation be brought forth to address three facets of this ongoing problem. First, prohibit local recovery centers and businesses from transporting out-of-state clients and relocating them to Pulaski County. Second, should those recovery centers and businesses relocate clients to Pulaski County, they are responsible for transporting them back to their point of origin should the client leave the program. Third, no out-of-state resident should be considered to be an in-state resident for purposes of Medicaid or Medicare coverage from the Commonwealth of Kentucky. No words in this resolution act as a violation of the Privileges and Immunity Clause of Article 4, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution or the 14th Amendment, Section 1.
I have a motion to,
Motion.
Second.
motion by Mr. Strunk and a second by Mr. Renshaw. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Martin, for working on that. We appreciate it.
The next item of business would be some property acceptance. We have one from Big Clifty. This is an elderly guy that's trying to give away a lot to the county. He no longer wants it. It's in Big Clifty subdivision. And also we have another one, but I think we need to deal with the one on Big Clifty right now. Probably entertain a motion to take a look at it and see what we can do. He's an elderly guy and he can't give his lot away. The neighbor's not interested in it. He just wants to get it off his hands. He's paid taxes on it. He doesn't live here. I think he's in Louisville, and he started paying county taxes. It's a small lot. It's not.
As we've done in the past, we need a vote to get a title search run on it and make sure see what the issues are with liens and that sort of thing, and a value.
Make a motion that we do a title search on it.
Second.
Mr. Strunk makes a motion to title search, and Mr. Wilden seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Also, we have one at Uri Lane that they're wanting to give to the county or take in as a right-of-way. It's between where the old pink Cadillac used to be. It's a narrow alleyway there that they no longer want, and I don't think it's in the county system. We need to probably have a review of it also.
Are they just wanting to take it into the county for maintenance?
They've asked for addition to the county road system. Could I have a volunteer to go look at that? Give me one more volunteer to look at that. We'll take a look at that as the first step to see what they want to do with that. We have another volunteer to help Mr. Strunk. Nobody wants to volunteer. I will. Mr. Wilson will volunteer. Take a look at that, and we'll work on that the next court meeting.
By the way, Mr. Strunk, in case people don't like what's in the resolution, Mr. Bumgardner also helped in that. So.
All right. Thank you, Cloyd. Let them fuss at Cloyd.
Yeah. If they like it, I did it.
Okay.
Next item will be road additions that we have moved on. We've had our public hearing and they've been looked at. The first additions would be the 461 connector roads. There's about 8 of those that where the new 461 highway went in with, they cut some of our roads. Now they're asking for us to take them back in. They've been paved. Everyone's looked at them. We had a public hearing on them. So I'm asking for a motion to take them into the county road system.
Motion.
Mr. Trump makes that motion. Mr. Wilson seconds. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, for paperwork purposes, and what I've been requested to do is if we could have a separate motion, if you vote to take these in, we'll have a separate motion and approach each one individually, because I have to do individual paperwork and submit that to the state.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. First one on my list is Pin Oak Drive.
Motion.
Mr. Strunks makes a motion. Mr. Turpin, or somebody, Mr. Wilden. Any discussion on Pin Oak? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Pin Oak Connector.
Motion.
Mr. Strunk makes a motion.
Second.
Mr. Turpin seconds. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Coin Road.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Strunk makes a motion. Mr. Wheeldon seconds. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Coin Road Connector.
Motion.
Mr. Wheeldon makes a motion.
Second.
Mr. Renshaw seconds. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Valley Oak Road.
Motion.
Mr. Wilson makes a motion.
Second.
Mr. Turpin seconds. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes. Mark Shopful Road.
Motion.
Mr. Renshaw makes the motion. Mr. Wheeldon seconds. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Mark Shopful Spur.
Motion.
Mr. Renshaw makes a motion.
Second.
Mr. Turpin seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Moving on to the next one would be Dogwood Drive. We're asking for a vote to remove 800 feet of Dogwood Drive from the county maintenance program. It was originally 2,100 feet long, and it does not exist that long. We're taking it back to 1,300 feet.
Motion.
Mr. Wheeldon makes a motion.
Second.
Mr. Strunk seconds. Any discussion?
I want to make note that this is in Mark's district, in the 4th district, because some of them, I got a Dogwood in mine, and they got letters too.
Okay,
So we'll make a note that that is in the 4th district.
all right. Any more discussion?
Yeah, the form actually says District 5 on it. The petition.
It is in District 4. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. We have some bids to open on pest control. I skipped over personnel. I don't have anything on personnel at this point.
All righty.
The reason we're doing this while he's opening that, we seem to have several pest control companies that are following each other around. Since I've been here, we've had one would come in one week, and the next week we'd have another one come in. The next week we'd have another one come in, and they're doing all of our buildings that way. So we decided we need to bid it out and see who's going to be the successful bidder for pest control, and that would include all the county buildings plus the park.
The first one is from Somerset Termite and Pest Control. I guess it's a total bid of $635.
That per month they come, or, you know, does it say on that, Martin?
Monthly. Yep. They've got it broken down for each location, but I won't go through all that. Nichols Pest Control. They don't have a total. It's too early in the morning to do all this math in my head, so. But looking at it, let's see. Just looking at it, looks like it's going to be about $1,350
A month.
if my math is correct. Yeah.
I make a motion, we go with the first one there, Somerset Pest Control.
We got one more to open, I think.
Thought you said you had two.
This one is, I don't know who it's from, let's see. This one gets points for being the thickest one. Four Seasons Pest Solutions. Monthly, $580.
I move we go Four Seasons.
Do we need to review these?
Yeah, I make,
You can review them, make sure they.
make a motion that we review.
Second.
Mr. Renshaw makes a motion that we review all three bids. Mr. Wilson seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
You want me to give these to Mr. Baumgartner?
Before we move to department reports, I want to recognize Miss Ann Wallace is in the audience today. She is our new person that is in charge of our long-awaited VA office here in the courthouse. They are now open for business, and she was telling me earlier that she has many clients already lined up starting tomorrow, I think, and the rest of the week. So we're certainly glad to have that open office here at the courthouse now. So get the word out. She's our point of contact, and she'll be doing a great job. So welcome to the courthouse. We'll move to department reports, and 911 will be the first one up. Ms. Beverly.
Good morning. I have asked Jason Hancock, our IT coordinator, to come up here and be with us on this. First, I've got a couple of things. I know it just says one, but I've always got other things to say. We updated our personnel policy. It hadn't been updated in almost 3 years. Everybody should have got a copy of it last week. Everything that's in red is the county policy. Everything that's in black is what just is strictly for 911. It doesn't affect the other department heads in the county. Behind the index, there is a piece of paper that says what was changed and what was modified. We simply condensed it. There was a lot of blank pages, and we changed a couple protocols that the dispatchers use just in normal everyday functions. Does anybody have any questions on it?
So there was no changes to policy, you just condensed everything, or?
There were a few changes and a few things taken out. It was a very generic policy. We made it more applicable for us to do day-to-day business.
And
it's just the
everything in
technicalities.
your policy coincides with the county's
Yes,
policy?
everything that's in red is county policy.
I make a motion that we just review this since this is the actual time. We just got this today.
I sent it
Ourselves.
out last week.
I mean, it would send in an email, but can we just have 2 more weeks till the next meeting to review
It's
it?
up to the court.
Make the motion.
Make a motion to review.
Mr. Renshaw makes a motion to review the policy update with 911. Do I have a second? Anyone second?
Second.
Mr. Strunk seconds. All in favor, say aye.
No.
Any opposed? We will review, Bartley. Go ahead.
I did post in-house for a supervisor position to be filled. I'm giving everybody that is working at 911 the opportunity to apply for that. And we will be conducting interviews till the end of the month. And that's where I'm at on that.
Thank you.
And while I do appreciate the road department and everything everybody done, we always work great with them. First responders, we always work great with them. Dispatchers need to be recognized too. We have pulled some numbers just for the court to see what 4 people at a time are doing in a 24-hour period in a week. I asked Jason to bring them and he can decipher them because I'll get them all tongue-tied and I'm gonna give him the floor.
Good morning, Court. Just going back and looking, we did the week previous to the snow and the week of the snow. So for the week previous, we answered 2,359 total calls. The week of the snowstorm, there was 2,317 regular calls and 911 calls that come through and 83 that come through on the EOC lines for a total of 2,400 calls. So the difference between the snow week and that week was 41 calls. And then the total number of CADD calls, which is our computer dispatch system for anything that an actual agency touched. The week of the snowstorm, we had 1,122 CAD calls, and the week before the snowstorm, we had 1,251 calls, so roughly 130 more calls, which would be probably difference in traffic stops and that stuff, where it was, kind of hard to pull them over in the snow, so.
The influx really didn't change with the weather event versus normal every week at 911. And that's at max 4 people per shift answering the calls. And I just want to publicly appreciate them.
And I automatically group 911 with our first responders.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
they're part
But
of our
I
first
want them
responder
to know
team,
I
yeah.
appreciate them.
And we
I have read
appreciate them.
So far as this is what I'm doing with my
Yeah.
department.
Yeah, I consider
am-
911 as first responders too.
Thank you, Mark.
Their paychecks this time, I'm sending every one of them an evaluation to do on me. I evaluate every person in that building, and they should get the same courtesy to tell me what they think I'm doing. We are trying to work as a team. We are trying to be better. I'm open to the criticism. I'm open to the suggestions. I have a great group of people that work there.
I haven't heard any criticism since you've taken over.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions about the numbers?
I'm well aware of all the calls that you take through your office. Appreciate everything you all are doing, because we're dispatching a lot of calls, and that includes city, county-wide, so thank you for everything you're doing.
And all agencies, we're working great together. I mean, I have no complaints. If we have issues, I have a great relationship with fire departments. I have it with the EMS. I have it with all the police chiefs, deputies, sheriff, everybody. I want us to we're all on the same page. We're all doing the same thing. We have the same goal. And it's working very well.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item would be solid waste. Mr. Danny.
Just wanted to present our 2023 numbers and give a little historical data behind our numbers this past year. Recycle totals this year, we reached 9,500,000 pounds, a little over 4,750 tons of recycled material. Compare that to our biggest year, that's almost an increase in 1.5 million pounds. So 2023 was a big year, and there's reasons behind that. But almost 8 million pounds of that was cardboard alone. So it just tells you how much cardboard we use as a community through all our businesses and homes that are getting Amazon packages every day. Our curbside program picked up about 2,000 tons, and that's weighted-wise, that's not all recycled material because some people don't always recycle things that we can recycle. So that's what we picked up curbside, so it tells you that program is working and it's effective. We added partnerships with 2 new counties this past year, McCreary County and Lincoln, and actually Lincoln and Garrett County. So that brings us up to working with 4 counties total, with Russell, Rockcastle, McCreary, and Lincoln. So we're helping those communities grow their recycle program. We've also added 7-8 factories this past year to work with: UGN, Performance Food, Modern Distributors, Gatormade Trailer, New Life Industry, Kingsford Charco. That goes along with us working with TTAI and Eagle Hardwood. So we're providing recycle services for those businesses to help cut down on their waste. So that's on the recycle end. Road litter, we as a partnership cleaned up 1,889 miles. Majority of that was done by Jalen McCullum's crew. They did a lot of that work this year. That is lane miles. We get to count that road mile or ditch miles as 3,778 miles total. Between the jailer staff, our staff, and Operation Beautification, that's a lot of road miles taken care of, and the jailers got a crews out there this morning. I think 4 crews came by this morning to ask where they could go clean up roads. So even with some snow out there, they're out picking up some trash that's out there this morning. To give some perspective, they picked up 18,296 bags of garbage off our county roadways. 616 tires. So that tells us we still have a huge problem with road litter in our community. So hopefully we can get better, but that is where we stand on road litter. Last, I'll give you a Waste Connections update since we missed a garbage pickup last week. They tried to go out and pick up yesterday in the northern part of the county, and we're only able to get about 20 to 25%. So they're pushing everybody back a day on garbage pickup. So they started back over this morning on Monday's route. Everybody will be a day behind as well as recycle. We've posted information, put it out on our app and all that. So hopefully people are up to date. They will pick up everything. Extra bags can be set by the garbage cans. They'll pick up the garbage can, and they've hired temps this week to refill the garbage cans and empty those. So everybody will be taken care of this week by Saturday. And just some data, Waste Connections sent me a report this morning. They have 16,028 customers on their service. That's an increase of 520 homes in a year. So that tells you how much Pulaski County is growing.
You care to tell everybody about the app? I think
Yeah,
that's
we have,
a good reminder. That's
Yeah,
really
we have
good.
the Pulaski County Recycling Center Solid Waste app. It's in the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. You can download that app, put in your address. It'll send you update a notification the night before your service pickup. I went in this morning and changed everybody's service pickups so they'll be up to date. So you get that, you can set the time. Most of them come through at 6 p.m. at night. It tells you that your service is the next morning. And it's very helpful for recycling for those in the county that just have once a month pickup. If you forget when your date is, it will notify you the night before. So it's a good tool because we've been able to get that information out on that Waste Connections wasn't running this past week.
Is there any way we can contact state or something about all this blowing trash out on 914? I know you guys are out there weekly picking up trash on 914 by the Waste Connection. Is there anything we can do to limit that?
Yeah, there's a couple things people can do. There is a tarp ordinance for the state that you're supposed to tarp down any material, so all material is supposed to be tarped. People put things in the back of the pickup trucks without covering them. Things blow out of pickup truck beds. And then just being more cautious. And then we could talk to our waste haulers, when we have issues and we know that they're having problems with leaking material, we talk to them about that. So just educating the public is the best thing we can do.
I'm constantly calling you about 914, 3057, Murphy Avenue.
Yeah, there's many roads that we get constant calls on that are problem areas for the county. Anything else?
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you.
I think y'all
Good
did a
report.
good job, Danny.
Thanks.
Our next item would be emergency management. Don?
Morning, Court. Kind of get you caught up on what we're doing over in the EM office. Thought Mark was going to steal all my thunder, but I just want to add to what he had to say, and kudos to our emergency response folks out there. And first on my list to thank were dispatchers. We ran the EOC for almost an entire week during the snowstorm. We had SRT and rescue squad individuals in there helping with that. Had a few hiccups. We're going through some growing pains, but the dispatchers always picked up the ball and run with it. So we're still working on that, getting a little bit coordinated there to try to take some more of the burden off of them. But to give you some ideas, Pulaski County Rescue Squad did 44 runs from Monday through Saturday last week. I don't have their individual breakdowns, but they did essential personnel transports, EMS assist, dialysis transports, doctor's appointment transports, and then SRT, they did essential personnel. And what we mean by essential personnel is getting nurses to the hospitals, medical people to their facilities where they work, doctors to the hospitals, things like that. SRT transported 26 essential personnel, 5 EMS assists, 11 dialysis transports, 2 medicine deliveries, one of which was out Hammond's Camp, which I don't think there was a track out there, but they were able to make it. 5 motorist assists, assisted with 4 motor vehicle accidents, and then transported 3 to doctor's appointments for a total of 55. So in those 5-6 days, there were 99 assists or transports by SRT and the rescue squad. We started on dialysis planning with Burnside and Somerset Dialysis back in September. This has been an annual issue, even though SRT and the rescue squad picked up a lot of those last year. We were able to refine the plans working with those 2 organizations. And when I spoke with them Friday, they said that things were, in their mind, went without a glitch. So that's good. So we'll keep our glitches to ourselves. Power outages, we had a few localized, isolated outages. RECC was all over that. I don't think KU had any, but I stayed in touch with RECC, and almost immediately when they were called in, they had a group dispatch. So nobody went without power for more than a couple hours. Had a couple of water breaks. Somerset had one, Science Hill had one, or Science Hill actually did a conserve water while they did some work. Most of those went out over code red, but we've got some new folks in the water companies that we'll need to get them up on how to do that. And then we had a couple of motels that had some water breaks within the motels themselves. So overall, we haven't had the water issues that possibly could have. Of course, now we're getting ready to go through the great January thaw, so we may have some water breaks. I hope we don't. Few things looking forward now. I would like to send some folks to Emmitsburg, Maryland for some training. This is done by Emergency Management Institute. This is free training. We pay their expenses up there. They do a total reimbursement. I've already checked with some folks on that, but there are some specific areas of training. It's called specific position training that would really benefit our county, getting folks in there. And with that being free, all it's going to take is just getting somebody to go. So I want to do some of that this year. I'm looking at possibly doing a October or November rescue school, offer it statewide. We did one of those, gosh, it's probably been 15, 20 years ago, and it was very successful. And so I'm going to be working on that, try to get some interest built in that. We're having the Storm Spotter class in March. Just watch our Facebook page to get the specifics on there. In October, we had one specifically for responders. This is going to be open to the public, so anybody that wants can attend. But there will be a registration through a link from the National Weather Service. The Office of Emergency Management, SRT, and Rescue Squad's inventory were completed and were submitted in October, November, I think it was. So we'll be tracking that year to year as they release equipment, as they get more equipment in. We want to be sure to get that done. That's a requirement for emergency response inventory lists for us, for my office, so that when people have needs, we know what we've got, where it's at, and who we need to contact to get it. Our budget for my office is due by statute to fiscal court March 1st. So you should have that for the first meeting in March so that you can get busy on all that. That's always a fun time for the court, I know. Facebook page, if you haven't been monitoring that, we've got just under 80,000 followers, and we try to keep that up to date. We don't get to do it like we like because it's just simply a time factor. But we get several responses. We have people are sharing stuff like crazy, so that's great, getting that information out there. And people are starting to build up a dependency on that. And something happens, they go to our site and look and see if they can get the details. So I'm real happy with that. And
What is your site?
I'm sorry?
What is your site?
It's a Facebook. It's just Pulaski County Office of Emergency Management. And I think there's a link on the government site. I think John Alexander put a link there, so you can click on it and it'll take you right to it. And my picture's not on there, so that's probably why we've got so many followers. And then lastly, we'll be having, if not the first, one of the first in 20-25 years, the Department of Emergency Services meeting. We've got all of emergency responders in the county and partners such as big box stores, water companies, hospitals, things like that, where we'll be doing some networking, meeting, what works for this one, what works for that one, how we interrelate to things, how we can work better together. Even though it's a state statutory requirement to do it, it's just a good way to do business, is getting people involved. And our motto has always been helping ourselves, helping our neighbors, helping our communities. And I think this last week we've seen evidence that that's what we're trying to do, and we're getting better as we go. So anybody have any questions?
I do. The governor issued a state of emergency for this storm that we just went through. Is there funds available for reimbursement?
Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, they, what that does, it's called an EM disaster. They'll label it EM instead of DR, which is natural disaster. If you have some major issues, they do have that slush fund up in Frankfurt where they can help. But I don't think we would qualify because most of ours was just like transports. Structurally, I don't think we had any issues.
I didn't know if they would help reimburse us for the excessive amount of salt and everything we had to use on the roads.
No, but you bring
For
that up,
safety.
Mark. That is one of the things I talked to the judge earlier. We do not have a salt barn here. And I'm looking for grants to see if we can get a salt barn so we can start storing salt, getting it cheaper because we're buying it in bulk. And my understanding, and don't quote me on this, but we were making several trips out of the county to get salt. And I thought, well, why don't we have our own salt barn? So we're working on trying to do that, and that would help the road department, thus helping the community.
Yeah, these guys were working 12-hour shifts on our roads and then turning around and going up to Lexington to get more salt, so.
Yeah, that's what I had heard, and that's what spurred me to start looking at that.
If we can find a grant, that'd be great.
That's what we're working on, buddy. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thanks, Don. Next is the road department. You have your road list in front of you. We have a motion to approve the road list.
Motion.
Mr. Wilson makes the motion.
Second.
Mr. Strunk seconds. Any discussion on the road list? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next is 3,000 ton of rock.
Motion.
Mr. Wilson makes the motion. Mr. Strunk seconds. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? And motion passes. Next would be the treasurer's report. Carissa?
In front of you guys, you've got a list of budget transfers for jail, general, and fire. I'm looking for approval on those.
I'm not going to ask you to read all these because they're just moving things around in our current budget.
Correct.
But can we make sure there's a copy of this in the judge's office if
Yeah.
anybody wants to see it?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Strunk makes a motion. Mr. Renshaw seconds. Any discussion? Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion passes. I think that concludes our regular session of business. Do we have any citizens' comments? I want to ask Mr. Hunter Nelson to come forward. He'd been in my office with a project he's working on, and he wanted to present it to court. It's something that's going on in the community.
Hello everyone, I'm Hunter Nelson. This is Matt Fackler. We're here on behalf of Night to Shine. Matt started this last year, so I'll let him do the talking. He's the boss man essentially. If y'all don't care for me to approach, I got some flyers for y'all to hand out if that's all right.
Thank you for this time. My name is Matt Fackler. I've been a resident of Pulaski County for about 6 years. Me and my wife and family moved from out of state and now call Pulaski County and Somerset our home. Here in about a year, Somerset will be the place where I've lived the longest since I was 18. So that means something to me, and I care about this community and everybody inside of it. So about maybe 2 years ago, we had an idea to start a special needs prom, and the Tim Tebow Foundation has a good avenue for that. They've had the Night to Shine. At that time, it was for 9 years, and then this year will be the 10th anniversary that they've been doing Night to Shine. So it takes place on February 9th at the Center for Rural Development from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And on that particular date, it's going to be hosted in every state in the country. Over 1,000 churches are going to be hosting this event, and over 50 countries throughout the world are going to be hosting the same event on the same night, just honoring the special needs community. It is through the Tim Tebow Foundation, and I attend Oak Hill Baptist Church, and that's where it's hosted by Oak Hill Baptist Church, but our vision wasn't just for the congregation of Oak Hill Baptist. It was for the community as a whole. The funds that we receive for donations and sponsorships have to be filtered through the church. So that's why Oak Hill's name is on it, and the pastor leadership is kind of overseeing everything as well. But one of the reasons that Hunter and I are here today is to create an awareness and just let the community what it's about. And if there's any volunteers out there that would like to volunteer, it's definitely something that we need close to 400 volunteers for. So last year was our first year doing it, and we had around 250 honored guests sign up. 200 actually showed up to the event, and that was way more than we expected. We expected about 100. We didn't know it at the time, but Pulaski County has the highest special needs population in the entire state. So we were overwhelmed. We weren't overwhelmed. We were very, very proud and excited to host all these honored guests and show them an amazing time. So what does Night to Shine look like? It's well, it starts out with you'll see around Pulaski County all the honored guest signs, kings and queens. So we put those out in every honored guest's front yard. Just they get really excited about it. They're anticipating the event. I've gotten many calls over the past several months of people just getting excited. Hey, how can I sign up? What's it going to look like this year? So on the night of the event, when all the honored guests arrive, they'll get a limo ride, short limo ride, to a different part of the center where they'll be ushered in through the front doors, and then we have a red carpet area. The red carpet area will probably have 200 to 300 people, hopefully, volunteers, ranging. I don't want to start listing off all the different organizations and groups that are going to volunteer because I know I'll miss one. But hopefully we'll have 200 to 300 volunteers in the red carpet area, just cheering them on and giving them the celebrity treatment that they deserve. Pictures will be taken, professional pictures by local photographers will be there, and then after the event they'll be given out for free. And from the red carpet area, they'll be ushered back to a glam room where the females will have hair and makeup done, and the males will be ushered to a room we'll have like shoe shine areas, and they'll all be given boutonnieres and corsages. And then the night really consists of dancing. Chick-fil-A is catering this year. We have karaoke, photo booths, different activities for all the honored guests to have. But even though the night is for them, we also want to honor the caretakers and family members that accompany them. So for them, we have a respite room where there's a different menu that we have to eat, and some massage therapists have offered their time and services to come and offer massages during that time as well. So it's just as much for the caretakers and family members as it is for the honored guests. At the end of the night, a message by Tim Tebow will be shown on the big screen. He won't be there, unfortunately. Many people ask if they can get a picture taken with him, but he won't be coming to Somerset on that night. Bigger plans for him. But we crown every honored guest a king or queen of the prom. That's the big moment of the night, and some dancing will take place after that, and then they'll all be given swag bags and different little things in a bag that we offer everybody, T-shirts and picture frames and things like that on their way out. But what I don't know if you guys remember last year around the February time frame, but it is a Christian ministry that we've embarked on, and Hunter's definitely helped us out, and we have a 17-person committee that have been planning this since this past September. And it's not just from Oak Hill. We have other people from different churches as well. That's kind of what our plan was, to get more people involved. But it really started last year, a spiritual movement in our community, and more so the state. And I think that Night to Shine kind of kicked that spiritual movement off, where God was doing some great things. And I think the movement at Asbury College also kind of accelerated that as well, where that just God was working in so many different people's lives for months on end. And for us here in Somerset, it started with Night to Shine and then just kind of transitioned to the Asbury movement and for months on end after that. We've had a lot of donations and sponsorships from local businesses and different people in the community, and which is phenomenal because it does take a lot of money to put this on. And we're kind of starting from scratch because it's new to us. And the church, is relying on donations from the community as well, but not just monetary contributions. It's also services provided. So again, I don't want to specifically talk about each service because I know I'll miss one, and every single one of them is important. But I can't thank each and every person in business and out there that's helped us last year and that's going to help us this year as well. So,
How do we go about donating if we
sure,
want to donate?
Sure.
Matt?
So you go through the Oak Hill Baptist Church website where there's a Night to Shine portal, and you can donate through that, or you can write a check. Now, there are concerns because donations are going to a church, and I know a lot of government institutions are prohibited from doing that. However, that money, if you write in the memo line on a check, if you were to write it, then that would be allocated solely for the Night to Shine event and nothing else. So to answer your question, Martin, it's through the website, or I can run around and collect checks if need be. But more so than money, we need volunteers. It will take around 400 to 500 volunteers to put this thing on. Every honored guest that comes, this year we're hoping for about 250. Every honored guest that comes has a buddy that is their chaperone for the night. And that buddy is a volunteer from the community that's just volunteering their time and to show them a great time. And they're blessed, and the volunteers, it's such a special night for them too. It's really a life-changing event that I would encourage everybody to get involved in. I'm honored to be a part of it. Hunter and everybody on our committee is working hard to make this happen. So so our website, and then we also have a Facebook group, Night to Shine Somerset, that I would direct you towards to get more information and just to see updates. And we have a lot of pictures that we're putting out. We have a highlight video of last year that we have on there, and we'll definitely have some more pictures here in about a couple weeks when we kick this thing off. So any other questions?
As a member of Oak Hill, I think it's great that we took on this and the community's gotten behind it. Is there still time for people to volunteer? And if so, how do they go about signing up for volunteers?
Yes, sir. There is still time. I think we have around 220 volunteers right now. So if you'd like to volunteer, go to the Oak Hill Baptist Church website, Night to Shine portal. There's a link there where you can sign up to volunteer, and then kind of decide like what area you would like to volunteer in, because they're just not buddy areas. We have a parking lot crew, we have a red carpet group, people work in the glam room and the shoe shine and photography. So there's many different areas that you can volunteer.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Appreciate you guys coming forward, and we'll see what we can do, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other citizens' comments? Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is David Miller. I'm here for the cause of the property, or rather the road being eliminated on Dogwood. The county had erected a guardrail blocking access to property that I own on Dogwood, and when it was removed, I was relieved and thought there was going to be some eligibility, able to access my property. But now, with the road being taken out, I'm a little confused as to my rights or my ability to access to property. Again, there's an easement that was there prior to the road. Now the road's been taken out, guardrail's been taken out, and I'm just a little concerned with where it stands, the status of.
Like Mr. Ranshaw and I came and met with you guys yesterday at the hearing, and the road is more than just an easement. It's an actual road on a plat. So that makes it a public road. And as I explained yesterday, that portion that the county had accepted as a part of the county maintenance, and then there was a part that, I guess when they measured it or whatever, somebody put the wrong measurement in there, and that's the part that was taken out today.
Correct.
When you go back and look at the minutes, when the road was taken in for county maintenance, the minutes are correct, and that's the length of road that the county would maintain. Anything beyond that, I would venture to say, is still a public road because it's a platted road on a plat. So from that standpoint now, the county has no right to enforce anything with regard to what is now just a public road. And there's a difference in a public road and what we all call a county road. And a county road, there's private roads that like you would own and nobody else has a right to use it. There's a public road that can be a part of a plat, like in a subdivision. Those are public roads, which is kind of what you guys are dealing with. There's easements that people gain because they're given a legal right to use a road or they or to go across property. But what a platted road is typically referred to as a public road. And the county cannot take a road into county maintenance unless it is a public road. So I'll call it a subdivision for lack of a better term because it's a platted area. So the portion that the county now is that's not in the county maintenance would simply be a public road, and any rights to use that portion of that public road would have to be enforced by someone who's wanting the right to use it. So that would be through private legal counsel. The county has no dog in the fight, so to speak.
I appreciate that, Martin. So I guess my concern is the county will, since it's been taken out, they're not going to put another guardrail up there or block it in any way, right?
No, no one can block a public road. But again, the county has nothing to do with enforcing, removing a blockade across a public road. That's a private right that you as a citizen would have to enforce. That's not something the county would enforce. The county would only enforce when a county road is blocked.
So hypothetically, if it did get blocked by someone or I could not call any law enforcement to have them enforce that?
That's going to be a private right that you're going to have to pursue through the circuit court, basically.
I just wanted clarity. Thank you very much. And again, great job with the roads, and the county's done a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other citizens' comments? Please state your name.
My name is Tom Warner. Morning, everyone. I have a few issues I want to discuss. We'll start with the oldest. I was here a year ago to discuss about access to clean water at the terminus of 3269 Ben Baker Road, that area. I asked the court at the time if they could find out how many homes in this county do not have access to clean water. Did anybody look into that at all in the past year? I don't think so.
I know that there were 67 homes that were being serviced by, from my understanding, it was being serviced by Mr. Meese. That was having water brought in our district, in the district me work in. And it's, the whole issue there is Southwest Water Association, which is a public entity. controls where they want to put water lines in and where they don't. And they have requirements that they put on it. I've been to a couple of these meetings with them and all that. And, I mean, that's the issue on that. There's a lot of people out there that, other than what Mr. Meese was delivering, that still was getting water from their own wells and stuff like that. Don't know the true number of how many that is. Some people choose to use wells versus city water, especially with what was going on this past year with that situation.
The issue is the county does not know how many people in the county do not have access to clean water, and that's concerning as a citizen. How can you manage the system you don't understand? According to the Center for Rural Development, they guessed at over 2,200 homes in this county do not have access to clean water. As an American citizen, that's unacceptable. There's a solution. It requires some work. They wanted, the water district said if I paid them $1.2 million, they'd be more than happy to put the line in, but they would own it. So that's not gonna happen. It's a public safety issue as well. The groundwater in this county is not the best in the state. There's been so much mining in the past, there are major concerns about the health of people who depend on well water. There's not even a well testing facility in this county. The closest one is Russell Springs. That's unacceptable. We're not serving the constituents by just ignoring the problem. It is a problem. Tied into that is the condition of the roads out there where we live. Does anybody here get mail today? Mailman come to your house today? Haven't been to my house, haven't been to anybody's house where I live in 9 days. No UPS, no FedEx, no medicine. My wife orders HelloFresh. Y'all familiar with, it's a food delivery company that sends fresh food to your house and she makes food with it. It's still sitting on a FedEx truck 9 days later. That's $100 gone. The USPS says my road is impassable. Still. There's no coordination between USPS and the county road maintenance department. USPS, which is a federal agency, makes a determination that a road is impassable. They don't tell anybody. I would like to see some coordination between this court and the postmaster here in town. That's an easy way. There's still 5 inches of snow on the back roads, the gravel roads. It's unacceptable. My neighbors are still waiting for medicine one of their children vitally needs. That's on a FedEx truck. It's 2024. We should get a handle on this stuff. I'm disappointed. I love this county. I love a lot of the things that are going on. Ben Baker Road was paved. This county government, not you personally, but the county government allowed that road to deteriorate to the point now where we're just throwing gravel on it. And that's expensive. And it doesn't help because it's just, we're doing it over and over and over again. It's 1.2 miles. I would like to see it paved this year.
I get to pick the pavement in my district. And I tell people this all the time, this year I got 2.5 miles of blacktop for 300 miles of road. I have to start with the most traveled roads and then work my way and do it that way. But
this isn't a paving job, it's a repair job. So it should be a different budgetary line.
It's unfortunately not. The road was, unfortunately, I'm honest, I wish we had the money. I wish I had what do I need? I need 10 miles of blacktop a year just to cover my roads for a 30-year road plan. I'm at a 100-year road plan, and there's no money to do anything with. The county does not have the money to.
I know.
And I've been fighting.
Why are we taking more roadways into the county system if we can't take care of what we have now?
But conforming roads is already blacktop roads.
Sure,
that we
but
brought
you know,
in.
what's that gonna do 20 years from now when I'm 80 years old and standing up here saying, I would really like to have my road paved?
But I would like.
There's societal issues with these roads as well. Poor people who live on these roads stay poor because it destroys their vehicles.
And I understand that I probably sent the road department down there 4 times this past year.
It's useless because it's
But-
also an ATV route. How does that benefit the citizens of this county? That's tourists tearing up and down the gravel, which is on top of old blacktop, constantly. There's no benefit to the taxpayers. And that's another issue. Why are we paying the same tax level as people who have access to clean water and paved roads? Do you understand that reselling property out there that doesn't have water or paved roads, it's not the same value? So I would really like to see y'all take a look at the tax rate. Because if you're not gonna fix it, which, you say you
Our
are,
tax-
but nobody
our-
does anything. So what I would like to see is a reduced tax rate.
Our tax rate right now is 4.5 cents per $100. That means the county only collects,
I know.
out of the whole county, we only collect less than $2 million in property tax. Now, the other amounts that you see on your property tax bill, that goes to the schools and everything else.
That's fine.
But for what
But
we,
who sets the tax rate? Doesn't this body set the
yeah,
tax
we
rate?
would
Yes.
have to raise the tax rate. And if you the state law says we can't raise it more than 4% above the current rate. So the most we can generate in 1 year is about $100,000 or so.
Great. Does the state law say that you can't lower the tax rate?
We just did.
You need to lower the tax rate more for people who don't receive the services that we're paying taxes
We
for.
can't
Can you
choose.
understand the level of frustration?
I understand
These are just
your
people trying to
frustration.
live their lives.
I understand your frustration, but we can't set certain property tax rate for certain areas of the county. It has to be one rate for everybody.
Who says it has to be that way?
So I think that's state law.
Is it or is it not? I mean. It is. Okay. Well, isn't there also state law regarding access to clean drinking water? That it must be provided to a certain population density? I look for it. I don't have access to LexisNexis. You know how the state code is. It's a mess. But there is, as far as I know, which isn't very far, granted. So can we please look into that? Are we gonna?
I know we constantly look for grants and stuff for stuff like that, but when you're dealing in our district, or when you're dealing with a private entity that the government does not have control over, the local government, then that's,
Who says
unfortunately.
you can't apply any pressure to
We
these
can't.
people?
We have no control over a private entity.
Man, no
I've been to their
constituent in
meetings.
this country wants to hear their government say there's nothing
know.
we can do.
I know, but
Because y'all do a lot.
I'm being completely truthful with you.
no
And you
one's-
know me,
no
I've
one's
always
doubting
been
your
truthful
veracity.
with you. So,
It's frustrating, it's inconvenient, and it's dangerous not to have clean drinking water. There's no system in place to ensure the people who have wells that their water is clean and safe and not causing their children birth defects. Nothing. Everything else in this county is regulated so tightly. But you can't pass the buck to the water company. You need to find a way to get some grant money. It's all sitting in Frankfurt. Who's talked to Frankfurt about, can we please have a grant so we can see the people in our county taken care of?
I have talked to Frankfurt about water issues.
Then do
I talked to them
more.
about road. I was just up there at a transportation conference last week in Louisville.
And what was accomplished?
Not,
Right.
of course. You're dealing with a state entity.
Sir,
know.
I think we've got the gist of what you're frustrated about. We're working every day to try to get grants and try to take care of it. I've talked to Southeast Water constantly about extending lines, also Western Pulaski County, and the Ad District, we're working in conjunction with all of them to try to get water lines. So we're not just sitting here doing nothing. We are trying to get stuff happen.
I don't mind hauling water.
Yeah.
I haul water for myself and for one of my neighbors.
Right.
But I'm gonna be 60 this year. I'm not gonna be able to haul water indefinitely. I'd like to die on my property, but not because of heavy metal poisoning. Nobody wants to. Another issue I'd like to bring up. it was brought to my attention that that this body, people on this body who maintain Facebook pages, which are official government Facebook pages for your districts, are blocking people. That's a First Amendment violation. You can't block, that's called.
We're not blocking any
We're
government.
not blocking anybody.
No,
I
none of
don't
that.
block anybody
Yes,
from
you
my.
do.
Who?
That's enough, Mark.
I'm not going to mention anybody else's
yeah.
name in this.
Okay.
We can't do
Let it
that.
out.
People have a First Amendment right to air their grievances to the government, which is why I'm allowed to stand up here and say I'm unhappy with this shit. That's my right.
We don't need that.
That's the First Amendment. You need to take it easy.
Okay. But when you come in this courtroom, your language will reflect that, okay?
You know,
Okay.
if you try
have-
and strip
you're-
my
You're very
rights-
frustrated, and we've
if
heard
you
your
try and
frustration.
strip my rights to say bad words to my government, there'll be a lawsuit.
Let me ask a question. Am I blocking you?
No, I'm not talking about
Oh,
me.
okay. Okay.
But it's you might want to get with Mr.
I
Hatfield.
have a personal page. I have a magistrate
Any
page.
page you use
And
to
I also
communicate-
post on a lot of different groups.
I
So there's
understand.
always a way to message me.
I understand.
if-
It's not. Let me be clear. I don't have an issue. You'd have never blocked me, but we have to be sure we're not blocking people we disagree with on the official government pages. That's called viewpoint discrimination.
And
You
I don't
can't
know.
do that. You need to be thick-skinned enough to let people say, I don't think you're doing a good job. Because how else are we going to get better? If everybody just comes in here and blows smoke up each other's butts and tells us what a great job we're all doing for each other, nothing will get better. I sat and listened to the road department talk about how great a job they did. They did not do a great job for all the citizens of this county. I understand the priorities, primary roads, secondary roads. Got to get those done. Tertiary roads, no work done. Roads after that, plowed once. I ended up with a 3-foot-high bank of gravel in front of my drive, where they made that in the turnaround that Harold and I own. That's not.
Let me ask you a question. I had hundreds of people that called me with their road issues.
Good.
Did anybody? I didn't get a single call from out there saying there was an issue.
Didn't know that was going to be effective. Nothing
So,
I've
nope,
ever
nope.
brought to this.
I mean,
court.
did anybody contact the road department directly out there? So I don't mind, and you can ask anybody that's called me. If somebody's called, I've turned it in right away, and the road department has, within a reasonable amount of time, went out there.
So, okay. So it's my
I mean, if it-
responsibility to tell
if-
you what needs
if
to be fixed? That's
You
fair.
know your roads better than a lot of us.
No, it's not. It's
So-
still impassable. We still can't get the
Well,
postal service out
I
there.
will have the road department come out there today and take a look at
And
it.
all the way down Paradise Valley.
So-
When you get to the end of 3269, 3269 is beautiful, which is a tertiary road off of 192. When it dead ends, it's nothing but snow. and
Yeah,
ice.
state maintains Poplarville Road.
Yeah, they do.
They
great
have
job.
they can buy chemicals and put it in
I
with
get
their
it.
stuff, where the county can't
I'm
afford to
not
do it.
looking for excuses, and I'm not looking for reasons why it wasn't done. My intention today is to point out that there's a deficiency in how we're handling this issue, and we need to address it. That's it.
Well, I will have the road department go out and take a look at your road.
I don't want to have to call you every time the post office says they can't deliver something. There needs to be some coordination between the postmaster and this body.
So I'll talk to the postmaster.
Fantastic. That was really all I had. I do appreciate you taking the time to listen to me. I know I'm a little angry, but I've been stewing about this, especially that child not getting the medicine they need. That really bothers me. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Yeah, I know, like, the emergency management, they should be able to help get any medication to the kids.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the medicine's locally available. That's why it's coming through FedEx.
John?
Yes, just as point of clarification, I just wanted to make sure this body knew that there was nobody whatsoever being blocked on our Pulaski County government Facebook page. Just for point of clarification.
We knew that.
Just clarification.
Thanks.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Any other comments? I would ask for a motion to go in executive session.
My understanding is you need to discuss maybe potential litigation and
Yes.
employee issues under 61.810 subsections 1, C, and F of the exemptions to open meetings.
Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Mr. Strong makes a motion.
Second.
Second by Mr. Wilson. All in favor, say aye. We will be in executive session for a few moments. You're welcome to stay, and we'll be back out to conduct further business. I need a motion to come out of executive session.
Motion?
Second?
Mr. Strunk makes a motion, Mr. Wilson seconds. We're out of executive session now. There was no action taken in executive session, but we want to read a letter into the minutes from Mayor Keck from the city of Somerset. He has sent to all the magistrates a letter making some propositions for the county to fulfill on funding, more funding for EMS, and with the assumption that we're not doing enough. But I do want to make it public that we have been putting $1.3 million a year into EMS, along with $2.1 million in ARPA funding the last 3 years. So that adds up to about $6 million in my calculation for the last 3 years. So I want it to be public that the county is doing plenty of work for EMS.
Says two, Judge.
And we've bought ambulances, and we have 1 or 2 more that's still out that are to be delivered soon. He's requesting $430,000 in increased funding from the county for within the next 3 years, plus a 2.5% increase for the next 8 years after that. He's given us a drop dead date of February the 16th to make some action, to have action done on it. Obviously, we're not going to be able to move that fast, but we are in the middle of discussions of further actions with Somerset EMS, Somerset Pulaski EMS. So I want this letter to go in the minutes to reflect that we are in discussion of the EMS problem with the city of Somerset. So I would like to have a motion that we enter this into the minutes.
Motion.
Mr. Ranshaw makes a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turpin. Any other discussion on this? Seeing none, we will vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I think there's no other business for today's session. Ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And we stand adjourned. Thank you very much for waiting around. We do have a safety meeting now for members that are on the safety.